Welcome back to episode 4, is it? 4? Turn 12. We just finished the first year, and as you can see, there's a arena, couple battles, battle from Baratos, Independence, so a lot happening this turn. Throne claimed, magic site, so let's start with the arena. Micklin's the only person who sent someone in to fight. This guy is starting commander, it looks like. Unequaled obesity. So he has 19, 20 HP. He's a club, javelin, and he's facing a Melkert. So let's see how it goes. Shooting his javelin. Probably a good idea for him. Yep. And we kill him. Alright, took 2 turns to kill him. So killed him. We have the results. Oh, we named the Melkert to Master Avon, Lord of the Arena, the Melkert. So yeah, I presume to win this fight. We have a Sword of Justice as an awarded prize. We'll show that later. We have a heroic, or Melkort's entering the Hall of Fame after that. He gets heroic precision. Absolutely what we don't want on a Melkert, so unfortunate roll. Let's watch the independent fight. This was to the south of our capital, in the land we partitioned with Russ. Pretty meaty fight there. Looks like we win it. We may have lost a chariot there. Nope, only had 2 chariots. We did lose a sword. You can see like giants are pretty strong versus human troops. Even though the chariot's there, obviously, but like we have 20 troops taking on 60. Admittedly, you know, they're firing a lot and not just entering melee. But this is like an early indication of how well giants do versus humans. Baratos attacks us in Ionia. Let's see what this is about. If you saw, this was in the north of us, south of the lake. This is a little archer squad, a spearman squad, a sailing prophet. So he sailed over the lake here. And this is our defense. He's bumping into our expansion army. Let's see how this goes. Our province defense is behind it. One of our chariots is limping, it looks like. Oh, crippled. Even worse. Have 4 dudes running into this Baratos stuff. His archers are focusing the PD. His melee is focusing my melee. The infantry PD's almost caught up. Trampling's going well. We wipe out his melee squad. Don't think we've had any losses of our troops yet. Crippled chariot still way behind, so Board of Power, I think that's... is that a stone? I think that's from stone, not stone, earth magic, as is Bless. For being the highest. If we look at the Bless, we see Magic Resistance Forecaster. Magic Resistance 1 tells us a whole lot about what's going on. No, it doesn't. Never mind. Forecaster's Astral. I was thinking he had an Incarnate Bless, but no, he doesn't. So this is like Astral 5 of Bless points. It is a bit surprising, but I'm not sure he has many astral monsters, so it'll be interesting to see what his pretender is. So Chariot dies. We do, however, successfully win this fight. We kill most of his army, but the Prophet escapes, however. He hit here. He had no place to retreat to, so everything died. See the results. He lost a pretty medium-sized expansion army. Lost his Prophet, which is not good for him. After this battle, Veritos told me he did not know I was there, and it was an accidental bump. I'm pretty fine with it. I won the battle, I lost one chariot, killed a whole bunch of his stuff, his prophets, so I don't presume he's going to open up a war on me over that. Has no other troops on the border, so it doesn't looks like he wants to fight me. And even if he does, he still has to like get through this province to fight me properly, or he'll continue risking wipes here if he like sailed over again. So I do think that was a unintentional bump. Or he does have a scout here and he was hoping he could win the battle and like just sort of bully me out from taking it back. That's possible, but who knows? We just won the battle, so that's that. This next expansion I'm hitting here. I have a lot of troops amassed here now. These these tribe cavalry are somewhat numerous. We knew Miquelin claimed a throne. We saw him just claim or take this province a turn ago. And he sat here this turn, so we know this throne is pretty high odds of what he took and claimed. So we're not like thinking he took this and claimed it. It's possible though that since this army has a bunch of sacreds, he sat here a turn and claimed it. It's expected that that's what he did, claimed this one. This southern expansion is continuing on. We see Russ here, we see a priest. Not sure why a priest is there. It's possible he's sight searching, possible he's preaching. You do see one candle there for him. Recalling from the other turns, I think this candle has been there a couple turns. So, don't know if it's preaching. Not really sure why a priest is there. We are continuing to expand here. This is our first heavy cavalry we'll be fighting. For an army, you see 2 chariots. This guy crippled. Nope. Other chariot crippled. Nope. So chariots are decent. I'm not sure about this formation. Again, cavalry, you kind of want to like section it off. So like you'd want to put everything in the back. Hold and attack orders. This would actually be closest. Hold and attack closest. Cavalry will definitely be the closest unit. So everything focuses the cavalry first and then we finish the rest of the battle. That would be a better way to script this. We have our next expansion. Mr. Melkert is moving out. I just have 5 Dawn Guard on Guard Commander. He has Blessing. Yeah, so I'm hitting these heavy horse tribes. I don't really want this Melkert sitting in my capital. You can see there's already 6 unrest here. It's gonna sap a lot of income from this province. So, this fort's continuing. We have the lab, recruiting in Ami here. I think we're still doing Ami here. Yep, still doing some Dawn Guard. We're still a bit gold restricted by troops. So it's possible doing like swordmen here is better than the Dawn Guard at this point, since I am gold restricted, not resource restricted. Fort's getting close to be done. Sending this first scout down, or this guy down here to start scouting. Yep. That covers it. Any messages I missed? Oh, magic sites. We find Fire Nature and Death. So we're up to 4 nature, and this is really strong nature income for this point in the game. I'm easily gonna be able to craft bind shields and regeneration rings for my Melkerts, so very promising start. I found the gem income I wanted by investing into a pair of these shaman. So happy with where my mid game is leading to. It's the end of the first year, so let's do a province count and see how we did. Starting from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We took 16 provinces in our first year. It's decently respectable. These heavy cavalry blocked us off from sort of going here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces sort of hooked into our land, either through agreements with Russ or just sort of circling around it. So it looks like we'll have 20 provinces when we're all done. We have this province on the border with Nicklin and this throne, which is a bit of a toss-up, but 20 provinces off the expansion phase of the game is really good. I do believe this was 15 provinces per player, so we're ahead of the curve, which is good for starting out. Turn 12. Is it 12? Yeah, turn 12. We have a commander, so it's just sitting there. We want to go to turn 13 next. Three battles. First up is this Melkert battle. Sort of fighting, or positioned in the middle, doing a blessing. He did bless himself, and we get to see shock resistance, Reinvig, Blood Surge. That's our bless. He won a lot of experience from winning the arena. I think the arena gives you 100 flat experience, which is pretty much an automatic entrance to that Hall of Fame. With base equipment, the Melkert's not especially strong. It doesn't have like AoE damage from a brand. His protection is good, but not like solo expansion tier levels. We'll see how he does. This is a whole lot of Tribe Cavalry, we see they have 16 defense skill. If you just compare that to the Melkart, has 20 attack skill, 17 on the second attack, so he should hit somewhat consistently. Because we didn't go for fighting tech first, but construction tech, he doesn't have fire shield for this fight, which would help him a bit. You see Blood Surge activated. He now has 23 attack skill, 20 attack skill. It's pretty easy for him to hit, but we did get hit by one arrow so far. He's fighting. The Dawn Guard are taking a little bit of chip damage. One archer's or cavalry squad retreats from the Fear Aura. Commander runs. Dawn Guard are getting chipped quite a bit now. Second squad runs, so we win it. I recall in my testing, this type of battle was a bit sketchy, but it looks like we got lucky on our rolls and only got hit once. On like a luck or a statistics basis, I should have gotten hit a few more times, but got pretty lucky. And we conquer it. This is expansion number 2. The other horse tribe. This was in the north near Baratos. It's a bit of a difficult fight. These infantry don't have the best attack skill to like hit with this defense skill. So it's sort of a low grindy fight. And they're shooting a lot of arrows for chip damage. But we do have the numbers to get a good line frontage. Yeah, line frontage to work them down. Yeah. Third battle in the south. We see 6 heavy cavalry. So this is a bit more than I would like to face. With this army on these borders, I would definitely prefer to do the hold and attack tactic, to just solo out those cavalry before these infantry join in. But because I didn't do that, there is a chance I think I can lose this fight, as these cavalry might get good rolls and just crush these chariots, and like wipe out this little squad and flank around this squad. Does look like the Dawn Guard are focusing the militia, but their cavalry focus my infantry, so I think this fight will go decently. Yeah, the trample is going really well for me. Yeah, I think I got lucky there. The heavy cavalry targeted my infantry, not my chariot squad. If they did target the chariot squad, I think there was the chance I could lose this fight. Speeding up. We're running over some more cavalry. And that's that. Let's check for losses. No losses here. Next fight, no losses. Third fight, lost 1 Dawn Guard. The events. We have average event. We get 2 nature gems, which is nice. We have a new famous hero. This is our starting commander. I believe he's the Prophet. I'd need to check. I actually don't think this is my Prophet. I think this is a general commander, so heroic toughness on him is a really nice attribute on a standard commander. Helps him like survive random arrow hits. Let's see. Pretender gods are awakening. That's not us. We are imprisoned. We're working at construction. Okay, so recalling now. Guess it was last turn or the turn before. He learned through diplomacy, talking to Merverni, Arco, and Satis. I was doing a lot of talking around turn 10 to now with these 4 players. I was concerned Micklin was going to attack us, and we did learn Micklin attacked Merverni. So what happened is Micklin was pushing down on Merverni. Merverni has an awake expander. It's either a snake or a boar or a bull, something like that. Like a strong earth path expander is what I recall him having. Could maybe be, I don't know, I don't recall precisely, but Micklin used his awake titan to attack Merverni. Merverni set up some sort of trap or got lucky and killed that pretender, so Micklin loses his bless. The bless was something like bark skin. I don't know if it was unholy weapons or blood surge. I think he had defense skill. So it was a water, nature, blood titan is what I recall. I'd have to check. Gonna check my chat logs if I can recall what players it was. I think we do know he does have like some doom scales, yeah. Drain 3, death 3. So I think we worked out Micklin has some doom scales, we worked out bless he could have, and we did see it. That was through diplomacy. Sorry, this is taking long. So, looking at chat logs, we know he has more than Order 1. We know he has Earth 4 and Blood 4. And this is from his Titan titles. Or Pretender titles, let's see if we can... Pretenders of the World? Yeah, he went II last turn. So we have Pretender Snake Eyes. Princess of Metals, I think this indicated Earth. Bane of Men. Don't recall what that indicated, that might have been Blood. Great Leap Forward, I think was Order 1 scales or higher. But yeah, he lost his Pretender fighting Merverni, and he went AI immediately. So he rushed someone, he made a very bad mistake, and he quit. We discussed it at the time, and since he went AI, we had to revert if we wanted to get a sub. I don't think we could find a sub who wanted to fill in for this Micklin. Might have been because he had a kind of bad bless. But checking, it was Earth, Blood, and I still trying to find it. Okay, it's not in that chat log. Not really sure who I could find it. Maybe this. I do not. Okay, so Earth, Nature, Blood is what we know is on the plus. And okay, here it is. Fortitude, Bark Skin, Blood Vengeance is the plus he took on the early era Mictlan. He killed his pretender in a fight, or it got killed. He was fighting with it. No idea why you would want to fight with your pretender. So, between the bless and what he did and going AI, it didn't seem like this guy was knowledgeable about the nation and what bless he should be taking. The bless itself is defensive, which is not what synergizes with Jaguar Warriors. Barkskin and Fortitude with Blood Vengeance. I think Fortitude's... I don't recall if that's 5 protection or if that's like the slash pierce blood resistance. Either way, it's a defensive blast. He doesn't have any damage on it. So like it's kind of an okay matchup for my guys. The Blood Vengeance makes it awkward to fight with infantry if you can't mass infantry. So like I wouldn't... Like he's still gonna outnumber me. His Jaguar Warriors still have decent attack and damage. Still don't really want to fight them. But like comparing it to the Dawn Guard, who has 12 magic resistance, the Blood Vengeance would make it tricky to fight him. So, yeah, but his pretender died, he quit. That's pretty much the end of Mictlan. Arco and Marverni are the 2 primary people who split him up. So yeah, keep a track on that. Elsewhere, we have this army marching down. They're sort of done. This Melkurt's moving up here. I think he's building the lab. More site searching. Just sort of scouting around here, trying to find info on Marverni. No. The scout's walking towards Russ. I'm trying to figure out what Russ is doing. So after Mictlan, Russ is the nation that worries me most. I've never played with Russ before this game, but his sacred troops look pretty nasty. Hitting this cavalry province, we have a whole lot of troops here. I'm worried about this fight. Again, heavy cavalry are scary for most nations. Excuse me. No troop recruitment. 900 gold. I am not sure what I am saving for. Guess I'm saving for infrastructure for next turn. I'm not recruiting here, not recruiting here, getting scout here. Sort of checking for recruitment in my provinces. Okay, I'm recruiting here a commander. I think I'm planning to build a fort here later, so can I not recruit? No commander here, so I'm just saving gold to build up infrastructure now. The threat from Mictlan's sort of gone. Sort of have friendly relations with Russ. We have like agreed borders. And I imagine Russ would rather fight either Marverni, Baratos, possibly Satis over me. Baratos I see is capital now. Just recruiting infantry, no elephants even, so I'm not afraid of Baratos. Marvi's having difficulty on these, not Marvi. Zaromadi is having difficulty over here. He still hasn't taken this Caperin province. Now granted, like, he doesn't need to rush to take it since I told him I wouldn't. And like, it's been 5 turns and I still haven't, so I probably look trustworthy. but he's probably focusing elsewhere. Yep, just sort of rounding out. Let's take a look at scales. So, you see, pretty steady province growth. Got the first fort. Gold income's slowly growing. Our gem income has rapidly grown. We're finding a lot of sites, so on a scaled build, we're not looking to rush anyone. Right? We're waiting on tech for Melkurts, gear for Melkurts, building up infrastructure with our gold. We're not focusing on troops, so getting good gem income synergizes with scaling infrastructure. Minions growing sort of slowly, troops growing slowly, ascension points, well maybe Clint, but Clint's AI. Alright, I think that covers this turn and this episode. Turn 13. Let's talk about my plan then, before ending it. I just kind of want to wrap up Indie expansion at this point, and I just want to build up infrastructure. Now, because I am ahead of the curve for province count, I believe I said I have like 20 provinces for sure under my area of control. Now that Miklin's quit, I can maybe scavenge a couple provinces off Miklin, so we'll see for that. But like, I don't need to fight anyone at this stage in the game. Building up forts, getting mage production, finding gem income is gonna do me a lot of good for scaling into a strong mid-game. Research, still pushing to construction. Have I shifted? No, still doing Ami. I could consider doing like a Melkurt or Ball now, since I sort of have the time and money. 1500 gold's okay. I will note my candle spread's pretty low. Like, I am not filling in my land yet. I have a lot of missing stuff up here. I am missing over here, missing sort of down here a bit. So I've expanded bigger than like what my candle spread is allowing. Even with like my profit up here, it's not pushed up here much at the moment. So toying with the idea of building some temples is good, because I do want to push my candles up to get all this money income. But for now, yeah, this covers this turn. Thanks for watching, and see you around.